Today, I'm really excited because my guest is someone truly inspiring. She was awarded the gold medal at Pematang Gelsung Academy. She lives the Druk School's vision of body, speech, and mind. Academically, she has excelled throughout her school. Let's begin with a quick introduction. Can you tell us your name, your hobbies, and then complete this line? One thing I cannot live without is.
My name is Sonam Hatin Bishwa, and to talk about my hobbies, I like dancing, listening to music, and reading. One thing I cannot live without is my family because they are my biggest source of happiness and comfort.
That was wonderful, Sonam. This is Nazhoen Speaks, a space where young voices are heard, where real stories matter, and where the future of Bhutan speaks to its youth. Today, we will be diving into various topics that really matter to young people, starting from social media trends, TikTok challenges, mental health, stress, and even climate change. Let's get started. I believe stories like yours can be motivational, especially to the young people. So, first of all, congratulations on your gold medal. And what does this achievement means to you and for your journey so far?
Winning the gold medal at Pematang Gelsung Academy means more than just a past achievement. It represents the countless hours of discipline, resilience, and dedication I put in during the training. Gilsung is about service, unity, and national pride. To be recognized at that level is really humbling. And this medal is not just mine; it belongs to everyone who supported me and stood by my side. And it also reminds me that with discipline and heart, we are capable of more than we think. And it also motivates me to keep giving back and help inspire those people who are going through the Gilsung journey, because this is not just about winning, it's about becoming the kind of person who serves with courage and integrity.
That's really wonderful, Sonam. And I'm sure you must have learned some values and lessons from the Gelsung training, right? So, if you were to share some values and lessons to the young people who never joined Gelsung, what would it be?
Gilsung has taught me more than just physical training. It has taught me so much about life. And one of the biggest challenges I faced was um, adapting to a very strict discipline and being away from comfort, waking up early, following a routine, and working as a team was not easy at first, but over time I learned the values of resilience, teamwork, and mental strength. I also learned that discipline is not just about punishment, it's about self care and responsibility. And Gilson has also taught me that serving your nation is not just about wearing a uniform, it's about showing up with honesty, care, and courage in everything you do. So, if you have not joined Gilson, you can still live those values by being reliable, helping your community, and striving to be your best version every day.
I'm sure you must have had some really hard time, but you made it here till here. So I'm so proud of you. And throughout your journey, who has been your biggest inspiration and a guiding force throughout your journey?
My biggest inspiration has been my family, along with few mentors in my life. Um, my They always encouraged me to give my best, no matter the circumstances. And whenever I face difficulties, I remember the sacrifices they have made and remember the lessons they have taught me. And it gave me the strength to keep going. But most importantly, His Majesty the King has been my biggest inspiration. There were moments during training where I felt exhausted, both mentally and physically, and as we walked towards barrack after having long, tough day, I would see His Majesty's posters and remember his words that would instantly remind me why I was there, and it gave me strength. And his leadership, always putting the people and the country first, inspired me to push forward.
And your personal journey and your experiences was very inspiring, and I hope the young people who are listening to this can take some values from you. Now, let's talk about social media and trends. So, recently in Nepal, we saw young people, mostly Gen Z, protesting against corruption. And seeing these headlines everywhere, uh, what went through your mind?
When I heard about the protest in Nepal, especially led by young people, it really struck me. It showed the power of young people when we come together for a cause. And it also saddened me to note that corruption is still there. So my first thought was how brave they were to stand up against corruption and injustice. It also showed the power. It also showed that how important it is for young people to stay informed and proactive about issues that matter. And it also reminded me that change doesn't always come from the top. It often starts with the courage of ordinary young people.
And as you can see that the Nepal protest shows how powerful young people can be when they come together. So what role do you think Gen Z in Bhutan can help shape our future?
Gen Z and Bhutan has a very important role to play because we are the future leaders, thinkers, and change makers. Our role is not just to wait for a change but to actively create it, whether through innovation, education, social initiative, or by just making better choices in our daily life. And we can shape a society that is more progressive and sustainable. And if we use our voice responsibly and work together, we can build a nation that continues to grow while preserving the values that make us unique.
For digital native, social media is more than just fun, but it's also a place where we learn and express. So, do you think social media helps us in giving a voice to us?
Social media has been one of the most important tools for young people because it's not just an entertainment, it's a platform where we can learn, express, and raise awareness about important matters. Through social media, we can connect with people across the world, share our ideas, and inspire actions. Social media gives young people a voice that can be heard far beyond the immediate community, and I think it's crucial for young people because it gives helps us not only speak up but also be heard, which is something older generation never had.
So let's talk about climate change and global warming. So recently there was a cloudburst in Jammu and Kashmir. So have you heard about this news?
I actually read about it in Facebook.
And as we can see, it was terrifying news because many people were injured, and also because of the cloudburst, it created flash floods, and not only flash flood, due to that flash flood, it blocked the roads there. So hearing this news, which is just near to our home, how do you feel? Like, do you feel the climate change is real?
Hearing about events like cloudburst in Jammu and Kashmir makes climate change feel very real and very urgent. It is no longer a distant problem, it's happening right around us, affecting people in our region. For me, it's both alarming and motivating. It reminds us that our actions today matter, and every step we take towards sustainability can make a difference. And it also shows us how important it is for community and individuals to come together because collective actions is what can really create a lasting change.
And I'm sure you must have seen trends like eco-friendly living and zero waste on TikTok, right? Does that really create an action, or are they just for a temporary hype?
I think it can be both. Some of it is hype, but more of it does inspire real action. Even if people follow a trend for a short time, it raises awareness and plants an idea in our mind. For example, moments like eco-friendly living and zero waste can may not be easy for everyone to follow it, but it reminds us that we should at least give it a try. Trends are very powerful because it influences our behavior, and even if not everyone sticks with them, They push society into more progressive and sustainable direction.
And on a personal level, what's one habit you have changed or you want to change to live sustainably?
Um, Personally, I'm trying to change about food wastage. I realized that I've been taking more than I can actually eat and later regret when it gets thrown away. And so these days I try to take less portion, and if I'm still hungry, I go back for more instead of piling everything at once. And I also make sure to save the leftovers in fridge for the next use. For me, it's not just about saving food, it's about respecting the effort that goes into producing it, like the farmers, water, and energy used to bring it to the table. I know it's a very small habit, but if I improve on this and more people follow,
Footstep.
yeah, thank you, follow the same, I think it can actually make a huge difference in sustainability.
Yes, and that's the smallest thing we can do to protect our environment, right? Even the smallest thing can help save our environment. Let's talk about mental health and stress. Stress is something every individual faces, and it's something very important we must look up to. So, how do you take care of your mental health, and how do you manage stress, and who do you talk to when you get stressed?
For me, taking care of my mental health is finding a small thing that keep me balanced. I try to stay active because moving my body really helps me clear my mind. Dancing especially helps me. It's something I love and helps me forget stress for a while. I also try to take breaks when things feel overwhelmed instead of pushing too hard. Another thing is talking to a friend or a family because sharing what's in my mind really helps me feel less heavy even though they don't have the solution. And I think it's very important for young people to focus on mental health because life today can feel so fast and competitive. And if we don't take care of our minds, even achievements can feel empty. But if we are mentally strong, we'll have the energy, focus, and courage to enjoy life and keep growing.
Do you talk to your friends, family, or mentors when you get stressed? And how does this help you?
Yes, I do, and I think it's one of the best way to deal with stress. Talking to a friend or family helps me feel motivated and remind me that I'm not alone. Mentors also give me advice and perspective might not see myself. Sometimes saying things out loud helps me feel very light inside. It helps me reduce stress, clear my mind, and find solutions to problem. And I think having someone to talk to is one of the most important part of staying mentally healthy.
That brings us to the end of our episode. So before wrapping up, so what's next for you? Since you have finished your high school, are you planning to do further studies?
I am pursuing nursing that will start from February next year.
Oh, which college?
Murdoch University.
That's really nice, and I would like to wish you a best of luck. That's a wrap for today's conversation on a topic that matters to young people. A big thank you to Ms. Sonam Tharin Biswa for sharing your thoughts and experiences with us. Remember, every voice is count, and the perspective you share can help shape the world around you. Keep speaking, keep sharing, and keep shaping the baton you want to see. This is Nazhoen Speaks, a space where young voices matter. Until next time.